Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Oh, please forgive me. Oh, my goodness, sorry. I am Tikisha-Michelle of Education Inside Out, and I am so excited to be here with you. We're just a little bit early, and I just want to make sure I'm available to you. And I want to do actually a quick shout out as I'm getting started. Welcome. Excuse me. I apologize. I just want to shout out right quick, and I'll probably do it again at the end. But tomorrow, my assistant executive director, Miss Stephanie Newkirk, is going to share with the Cape Fear region retired teachers, or the retired teachers of the Cape Fear region. And I'm really excited that she's going to have that opportunity. Normally that's what I do, and she gets to go out and do it. So I am really excited about her having this opportunity. So I'll look forward to hearing about what she shares with you all. And I'll look forward to also having some of those ladies join us here at Education Inside Out. It is 8:30. It is 8:30 here on Tuesday night, and we are talking parenting possibilities with Tikisha-Michelle. And I'm excited that you're here. And while you're here, please feel free to share a comment, ask a question. I'm going to look. If I grab my glasses, that means I know I see something and I can't hardly see it. So I will for sure do that, because I do want to talk with you, share some information. Tonight is kind of serious. So let me tell you, again, I am Tikisha-Michelle of Education Inside Out. Education Inside Out started about 10 years ago in Texas, and we reestablished ourselves right here in Wilmington, North Carolina. But we are servicing Brunswick County and Pender County, Onslow County, Columbus County. And we are here to help parents bridge the gap between home and school. And that is very important to us. The reason why Education Inside Out started was to help parents and to help teachers build better relationships, establish consistency, and maintain control in their homes, and for teachers, of course, also in their classrooms. And that's a pretty big deal. And I don't know if you know the state of what's happening in our world with what's happening with children in schools, what's happening even with teachers with children in schools. But it's getting real serious, you all, real serious. And I want to let you know that there are organizations like Education Inside Out that are here to help. Now, let me say this to you. There are also other organizations that work with mental health. And that's not a scary thing to say. Some people, matter of fact, maybe even more people than we know right now, need some mental health assistance, okay? And what I want you to know, I apologize. What I want you to know is that that's not a problem to go and get assistance from a therapist or a counselor. But I do say to you, we are available to help. You do not have to have a diagnosis to get assistance from the parent advocates of Education Inside Out. We are here to help you. If you're dealing with a situation at school and you just don't know what to do, give us a call. We'll help, because we are current teachers, educators, and retired and former teachers and educators. We have a school system to pursue some other careers, to go home and take care of their families, but they are full aware of what it is that needs to be done to help you with your family. Okay, so make sure that you give us a call, because we're here to help. All right, so tonight's topic, what if? Last week we kind of took a break. The week before, we were talking about what if your child is the brilliant, bullied child? What if that's your child? They're brilliant. They know so much information. I told a story about how there's a child that I know of who had been contemplating taking their own life because that child is brilliant. That child is far beyond their years in the knowledge that they have. And the parents apparently did a pretty good job of making sure that this child either got a great pool of genes, or they just exposed the child to so many different experiences that the child was well able to obtain lots of information and a lot of knowledge. Excuse me. And I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if it's because other people don't like the fact that she knows a lot of information, or if she knows so much information, so maybe she's not being kind to others and they're retaliating, and them being retaliatory is causing her some discomfort. I don't know. But what I do know is that her parents are there for her. I do know that. But what I talked about and kind of tapped into during our last live was that there are people who have children who are not as brilliant, who oftentimes they're the ones who are doing the bullying because they are struggling. What we find in school is that children who are struggling, children who have deficits, or whose parents may not have been well informed about something, those are the children oftentimes who wind up bullying to take the attention off of themselves. That's what we normally find. And those parents, they're on it. If anything happens or is said, they are at the school, they are making a phone call to check in. They may not always be right, but they come and they find out the information. Sometimes the child who is brilliant, that parent is sometimes actively involved or not, because maybe they are so intelligent themselves that they work so much, or they travel with their job so much, or they're a part of a social life because they decided that they were going to have a social life while also making sure that their children have access to information. There are so many different scenarios that we could discuss. But tonight, what I want to ask you is, what if you are not there? Wow. What do you mean I'm not there? They're my children. I go and I make sure they're fed. I make sure they have clothes. I'm there. I'm a part of their life. They have everything they need. They go on vacations. I buy them this and I buy them that. But what if you're not there? What if they can't talk to you? What if they know that if I do this thing and I tell my mom, my dad, my grandma, my auntie, whomever the caregiver is, that this is what happened and that person's going to go and jump to their defense at that time, because actually what they're doing is seeking the attention of that loved one. Maybe they're not getting that attention, and so they figure this is how I'm going to get it. Maybe. How are you present for your children? We're talking parenting possibilities. Now, the possibility is that you're always there. You're always available. You come, you cook dinner, you take them to whatever activities that they need to go to. But another possibility is that you're not there, or you're present in the space, paying a whole lot of attention because you are so wrapped up in what it is that you're doing in your life. And children do so many different things to seek attention, because we all need it. We all want it. You want it, which is why you're part of your social group. That's why you call that friend. That's why you go on that trip, because you want some type of attention. Your children need it too. They want it too. Even in classrooms, teachers, I'm talking to you too. The children, if you have a favorite or some favorites and you don't like one as much as you like another for whatever reason, pay attention to if that child begins to behave a certain way so that they can get your attention. I know it happens. I've heard stories of it happening. As a matter of fact, I can think just right now of a time when I did that very thing and I was wondering why, oh my goodness, he's so this. Why is he like that? And now I'm thinking for my own self, oh, yeah, you didn't pay him. You would have rather not he be so close to you because actually now that I'm thinking about it, mm, on an occasion, he made me displeased. And so that kind of stuck. And these are earlier years of being an educator. So I say to you, classroom teachers, pay close attention. Don't let your stuff cause a problem for your students. I know it's hard because I'm human. I know I'm human too. But we've got to pay close attention. Parents, you too should pay close attention, especially if you like Bob more than you like Jennifer, or you like Sharon more than you like Brian. And I'm talking about these are your children for whatever reason, because she's just like me, or he's just like his dad, or whatever that is. Be careful, because that can start a whole mountain of a mess that you really will have to dig yourself out of if it gets there. Be careful. Be careful. We want to make sure that we empower you, parent, to build better relationships, establish consistency, and maintain control. I can help you to understand, or I want to help you to understand that just because I asked the question, what if you're not there? That also connects to you being present or not being present because you're at work. Can you still be in control of your house, even if you are not there? What have you put in place to make sure that when your child is at home and you're not, that they know exactly what to do? When your child goes to school, is it your voice in their head, or is it the voice of their friend or that family member who doesn't do things just the way you think that they should be done? So I ask you, are you building better relationships, establishing consistency, and maintaining control so that you are in control even when you're not present? Think about that. What if you're not physically there? Can you still be there for your children? And I don't mean that as an all the time thing. That's just having enough relationship, consistency, and control to manage your home even when you're not there, physically there for those times. Think about that. I know we used to call my mom. Now, we didn't have cell phones. We used to call her on the phone at work over and over and over and over and over again when we were younger. And she'd give us instruction after instruction after instruction. But as time went on, I took the control. I'm the big sister. I am the big sister. So I took a control because she said, you're in charge. Oh, I'm in charge. Okay, this is how I'm going to do things. But it was necessary because my siblings needed to know that this is where we look to. This is the person who's managing what we need to take care of at home when mom's not here. Did I still call? Of course I still call because that's my mom. And I'm sure my daughter still calls me. And I'm sure your older or adult children, some of you have children who have phones who shouldn't, in elementary and middle school, who still call you. So establish consistency and control with your children in your homes and in your schools. So the question is, what if you are not there? Then what? Check out the YouTube of Steve Harvey about the bullying situation. Really great story. Listen to it, watch it. It's kind of quick, but it's really, really great. So I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to keep you long, but I do want you to think about those possibilities. What are your children doing in school? Do they hear your voice, when they are behaving or misbehaving, when they know that there's an event after school. Can I go? Can I not go? What would my mom, dad, grandma, auntie, cousin, what would they say if I did this without their permission or without following up with them or checking in with them? Or when I go home, should I sit there in front of the TV screen? Is everyone going to be all right with that if I do that? What do your children know are your expectations of them? Ask the question, have the conversation. And if you get to a point where you're just not sure, please give us a call. Check us out at www.eduinsideout.org. Give us a call at 910-541-4121 and we'll help. We are here to help parents and teachers build better relationships, establish consistency, and maintain control. Also, if you need some assistance, you don't want to get in touch with us, you want to try it for yourself at first, we have a parent empowerment class. I have an online parent empowerment class. If you just type in parent empowerment, EDU Inside Out, it's on the website there. You can find parent empowerment, EDU. Hey, how are you? And we will help. Hi, Salvador. Welcome. And we're here to help. So again, parent empowerment class, always there for you. It's a teachable class. It's an online class. I want you to take it. It's there for you. And then you can give us a call and you can spend some time with me and I can help you if you happen to not be here locally. All right. So again, I am Tikisha-Michelle of Education Inside Out. And I thank you for joining us. And I will look forward to seeing you again, I think next Tuesday. And if not next Tuesday, for sure, look for me because we're about to start doing some parent interviews. And if you have something to share, hey, Reginald, thanks so much. Please make sure you leave a comment. You can leave it on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We are here to help you. Thank you so much for joining us. Give us a call, leave a comment, share the video so that others can benefit from this information and invite them back again. All right. And subscribe to Tikisha-Michelle EDU Inside Out. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. And I'll look forward to talking to you again really, really soon. Goodbye.